Am I the asshole for tricking my parents into being on time for my wedding? My, M33. Parents are late for everything. Like everything. Both of my sisters and myself have been disappointed so many times. Graduation ceremonies, birthday parties, even my father's retirement dinner. It is completely my mother's fault. She is a wonderful mother and I love her dearly, she just does not understand the concept of punctuality. I have seen her talking to her sister on the phone and reminded her she needed to be at my baby sister's dance recital. She waved me off and arrived after my sister had danced. We are all used to it. My dad is just done trying to get her to be on time for anything. My now wife, F28, told me in no uncertain terms that if my mother was late for our wedding she would do terrible things to me. She was only half joking. But she was a witness to my mom and dad arriving halfway through my cousin's quinceañera. So here is what I did. It is completely on me. Me wife was not involved. If there is a dick move it was completely mine. When we were getting samples for the wedding I talked to the printer and had one special invitation printed with the time on it stated S being 1 hour earlier than the actual start time of the ceremony. My mother was beside herself apparently when they left the house and thought they were going to miss the wedding since she was a part of it with her and my mill lighting the candles we would use to light the unity candle and stuff. When she arrived and noticed other people were also just arriving and parking she was so relieved that we were starting late that she just went with it. The ceremony went off beautifully. And so did the wedding pictures and the reception. The problem came last Sunday. My parents came over for a big family dinner and we didn't bother starting the grill until they showed up. She asked why everyone wasn't eating and we just said we knew we would be waiting for them since they are always late. She said that she was not always late and had been on time for my wedding. She hadn't been. They arrived 45 minutes after the time on their invitation. My idiot cousin John, real name because it's common and he deserves people to know he is adult, snorted at her statement. A few other people giggled or smiled at this and she picked up and asked what was so funny. I came clean and told her about the special invitation. She is pissed at me for not trusting her and making her look foolish in front of everyone. If my cousin had just controlled himself she never would have known. Am I the asshole? Edit part of the reason she is mad is because she had her invitation framed. To be honest I was already planning a heist with my sisters to replace it with the real one in case she ever noticed the discrepancy between hers and the one we have framed in our home. Edit number 2. Yeah, we are Latinos. And no, I do not in any way consider it racist. How many of you guessed that? I have been to Spain and it's an issue there too. And the Philippines. Basically anywhere those guys were in charge. Edit 3. Stop defending John. He and I have spent 30 years messing with each other. I have an AITA story that ends with me getting an offensive tattoo, $5,000 for removal, and him getting a body cavity search at the Mexican border. I would post it but it happened like 10 years ago. NTA. How can she complain? If you had sent her an invite with the real time then she would have been 45 minutes late. She should appreciate the fact that you wanted her to be there enough that you took the time to make her a special invite to ensure she arrived on time. I'm frequently late, not 45 minutes late but usually 10 to 15 minutes. I try my hardest to give myself an arrival time earlier than the start time. This way if I'm late to the time I set for myself. My husband, sister, and dad all lie to me about what time we have to leave frequently. But I encourage this BC my brain can't be trusted. They mean well and I appreciate the help getting my ADHD ass together. They're all very good at it by now. ETA. Hello friends. This has sparked a bigger conversation about ADHD. Just so everyone knows, I do manage my own ADHD by using the Arrive by setting on Apple Maps to predetermine my travel time. My biggest issue is accounting for travel time, using timers to help me see the time actually moving by, setting out my clothes and backpack the night before, making sure the chores are all done at night so there's nothing to distract me, pack my lunch the night before, have my keys set in their predetermined spot, and setting roughly 5 to 10 alarms to help me wake up. Hell, I set appointments in my calendar for 15 minutes ahead of time so when I inevitably forget, I arrive early. I see that we feel very strongly about me relying on my family to help me be on time. They only do this for me when we're going somewhere together. I don't ask them to manage my neurodivergence, I rely on my own rituals to be on time. But it is a sincere struggle for me and one I work on every day. Since being diagnosed a couple years ago when I started grad school, I've gained more understanding and tools that I didn't have prior to diagnosis. I'm not defending Op's mom, She should use tools like I use because no one wants to be late to their own kid's wedding. ETA 2. Holy cow. Thank you for all the upvotes and awards. I've never had this many replies or likes before, so I'm pretty overwhelmed. I thought maybe a couple people would find me funny. But almost 6K? Whoa. I'll try to reply to everyone, but no promises. Smiley face. Keep hacking your brains, ADHD friends. NTA She is embarrassed because she has a problem showing up on time and you proved it. Just keep repeating that she was 45 minutes late. Flat out tell her that had you not lied to her, she would have missed your wedding, and that not only will you never apologize for doing what you did, you want an apology from her for being 45 minutes late in the first place. NTA. NTA. OP's mother. Why didn't you trust me to be on time? OP's mother. Proceeds to arrive late. Logic? Gone. Hotel? Trivago.